What's going on, yo? What's going on? We're looking at a couple setups right now. Gonna break this stuff down a little bit. Gonna wait for a few more people to hop up in here. We're looking at possible sells on GM. Looking at possible sells on GA as well. We already kind of started to take off about a couple hours ago around midnight. So we didn't take this sell setup. We would have took this, but we went over this during the Sunday chart analysis. We're either looking for a retracement slash retest, or we're just gonna wait for the next entry for it. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts. Drop them in the chat. What's going on, J Rod? I dropped a couple videos last week. I got a few lined up for this week. If you haven't caught up to the content, make sure to catch up to it. Playlists are up to date as well. We got a few setups we're looking at. We haven't entered anything yet. We're watching GE and GA and GU for possible sell setups. GN did a nice drop, broke this level, did a retracement. So if it can hold 955, 950 as resistance, we can look for sells going back down to 910 and then possibly 850. That's what we're looking at right here. We can see we hold these lows as resistance. We see them retracing like we was talking about the Sunday chart analysis. If you ever watched that, make sure to check that out. Price did do some drops, but as we can see, if you look at how it was looking during the Sunday chart analysis versus now, we can see price is retracing like we was talking about. So now we're just going to see if we can hold these next lows as resistance. Again, it is Monday. There isn't really any high impact news going on today. So we're simply just waiting for volume to kick in. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. Just chilling patiently waiting right now. We're going to go over how we did last week in a second. But if you want to take a look and get a sneak peek, go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for y'all. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Geez, still pushing. The NAS pushing down. All right, so we got alerts on NAS. Let's see what these other two indices looking like. Yeah, US30 did a complete opposite of NAS last week. This was looking here too. We got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. So GN is kind of just chilling at this low. So we're going to see what this next 5 minute looks like. So I'm going to keep an eye on SPX as well. So I'm actually going to put that on my other screen just in case I do try to take off something. But if you hit that first link in the description, you're going to see a link to the live, and then you're also going to see the Sunday chart analysis. Make sure to check that out because you look at last week's Sunday chart analysis. Majority of the charts we went over and broke down ended up going as projected. So do make sure to check that out. This is how we did last week. Though last week we went 4-1, giving us all. That's wow. That's how you know I'd be rushing. That's obviously not 100% win rate. So let me fix that really quick. That's funny. Every time I go live, I be fixing my mistakes. So let me fix that really quick. It's not 100%. That was the week before. It was 80% win rate. There we go. Give me 1 second, though. We're gonna break that down. All right, cool. So Monday is when we took that loss. Tuesday we caught 60 pips. Wednesday we caught 31 pips. Thursday we caught 22,600, and then Friday we got 24,600 pips. Thursday going into Friday, we actually ended up catching more, but I just wanted to keep it simple. We'll break that down, what I mean in a second. So we caught a total of 47,291 pips last week, giving us an 80% win rate with 4-1. Click right here is going to take you to the beginning of the week where it gives you a Sunday chart analysis. Then you see, by the way, make sure to check out this Bitcoin video. Got another one dropping later on this week. But you can see Monday we took a L on GJ, which was our only loss last week. Then Tuesday we took a nice buy on GN, caught 60 pips, nice push to the upside. Then Wednesday we took a nice GU sell, all TPs got hit. I can show you that one. It was these cells right here. We was looking for this move, but it didn't do this move until Thursday, and then because we can see all last week, even the week beforehand, it was stuck at the support level at 24, 24.30, 24.25. And now we saw last week on Friday, it broke that level, which is why the Sunday chart analysis, we see a clear lower low getting made. This is what we was looking for last week, but we can see prices kind of stuck here until Friday. But again, that's why they always want to go with the floor price. But we can very much clearly see why it was going for ourselves, and we see the down team, and we see clear lower lows getting made. I'm actually going to call it so you can see what we're talking about. That's not a naked chart. Let me find the actual naked chart. All right, here we go. All right, so now you can see the clear downtrend and clear lower lows getting made. So we're still looking for sales, but as you can see, I think it's just taking off. So projection was correct, but didn't move a little bit earlier than I was anticipating. So we're not in that other position. We got GN turning back red on us. It was green just before we start breaking down last week how that went. I'm liking how SPX and NAS are looking as well for some sell setups. Yeah, these are looking as well. Speaking of NAS, let's go ahead and pull NAS back up. Then this is what it was looking like the first position when the market's closed. I just look how it looks. And then when the market reopened, going into Tokyo session, it went from just doing this move to doing this move, right? So this was the same trade. You see the retracement and the push down. Retracement push down. So that's where it ended. And then Tokyo session with markets reopened. That thing dumped all the way into a few hours into London session. So this was a huge 1 to 10 reward. But when markets closed, it was just up to here. So I think literally went from being a 1 to 4 all the way to 1 to 10. So that's why I mean why we caught way more than 22. Another position, we broke this down not only on Thursday, but we watched Friday's live stream. We broke this trade down as well. And then we entered this also. We didn't enter this exactly London session, guys. See, this didn't do the move until the middle of New York. I can show the signal for both of these as well. Whoops. There we go. And we took a NAS sell on Friday, 24,600 pips. And that's how we ended Friday. So I can show you those signals really quick. Right now, let's put this back on G and just tries to do something. So like how this is looking right here. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at your charts. Drop in the chat. Let me pull this up really quick. Give me 1 second. These are all signals to y'all, so I don't need anybody taking these setups. So give me 1 second. Got alerts on these as well. I got to fix that stuff. That doesn't look right. I got a few trade breakdowns lined up for y'all. I got another Bitcoin video lined up for y'all. And I got a few other day trading tip videos lined up for you. I got a bunch of videos lined up for this. So definitely be on the lookout for those. But we're about to break this down. So yeah, GU is going crazy. At least I know my trading was going to go as projected. But it would have been nice to jump into that, but it did the move a little bit before we went live. Ain't nothing we could do about that. But y'all watch the Sunday chart now, so y'all could have jumped in on that. So now we're just going to watch GN and GA for a possible setup. All right, but this is these are old trades. You see, this is the 15th. This was Monday last week. We got GJPY. That's all I got hit is me breaking it down to the members. Then this is the GBPJPY we took on Tuesday. You see all TPs got hit. You see me breaking down the New Zealand news with the members. Then this is the GU sell we took. You can see all TPs got hit on that. See the reactions of TPs getting hit. Then we went live during one of the New York lives. Then you see the NAS trade we took at London session, like right after the live stream on Thursday. You can see the entries, SLs, the TPs. You can see all the TPs getting hit. Then we went live for the news event that day as well. That's the New York price watch list. You can see we're breaking down NAS talking about it. All TPs got hit. And this was me during Tokyo session letting them know that NAS was just continuing to tank, like we just showed y'all. Then this was the Friday NAS sell. Again, we didn't enter this until the middle of New York. Dropped the New York price watch list. About 30 minutes after I dropped that video is when we took that NAS sell. Then all TPs got hit. And that's how we did last week. So right now we're looking at a couple setups. We're looking at GM. We can see here streets level as a resistance at 950. If we can hold this level as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 910 and possibly 845, 840. And then we're also looking at a possible GA sell. If it can break and hold 9225 as resistance, we could look for sales going to and possibly 9140. I was also looking for a GU sell. If you watch the Sunday chart analysis, we can see it at around midnight, a little bit after midnight, 1 a.m., a couple hours for a London session. That's when it held its lowest resistance after the retracement, and that's when it's decided to push now. So we missed that setup. So we're just going to wait for the next entry. We're also looking at the indices for possible sell setups as well. Yeah, I like how this is looking here. New 5-minute just up. It's about to look like it's about to break this level as well. Yeah, I'm liking how these two are looking. Go to write some trade ideas up. Those are just strong. We haven't entered anything yet. That might change in a little bit. I'm gonna write some trade ideas up. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we start, drop them in the chat. I like how these are looking right here. Whoops. My bad, y'all. I just unmuted myself. So what I was saying is we could see how, well, y'all could see I was muted though. But I was talking about how we could see how price broke this level. So now we're waiting to see if we can hold this as resistance. Prior to this, price broke this level, held it as resistance to push. This is the furthest price went before price reversed back up. So now we just broke back down below. So now we're to see if we can hold this level as resistance again. We see the retest happening around. So we're watching this, and I was saying also that NAS and SPX, so they're about to try to make a move as well. So we have a few setups we're looking at right here. Get the retest going now. I like how this is looking right here. Nice little retest right there. New 5-man about to pop up. Yeah, I like how this is looking right here. Yeah, it looks like the GP pairs are just pushing down right now. NAS and SPS are kind of just chilling. GU and GN ended up pushing down. I see G is going to follow his lead. I like this right here. Yeah, I appreciate that, Carl. How you doing? Let them know. Yeah, so we're in this right here. Let's see if this is pushing. Those that joined the stream late, basically a lot of stuff's going as projected. We're seeing action on a Monday, which is kind of shocking, surprising. GU and GN are going as projected. Missed the GN and GU setup. This started a couple hours before the London session, but we broke this down to Sunday chart analysis. We can see price continuing to drop down, making that lower low. Another reason why you want to always follow the flow of price. We're looking at possible NAS and SPX setups. They look like they're about to take off as well, actually. But NAS and SPX look like they're about to do some moves. SPX was looking at it, but we missed the entry literally as well. It started like right as soon as London session started, as you can see right here. This was 2:45. This was 3 o'clock candlestick, so literally took off as soon as London session started. NAS is doing a similar move. But again, we're bearish on both of these, like I was talking about in the Sunday chart analysis. So SPX, I know I went over NAS, I didn't go over SPX, I don't think. And I didn't go over US30 because US30 is not doing what NAS SPX are. You pull up US30, they're doing something completely. It's doing something completely different. It might try to follow his lead later on, but we can clearly see that US30 did not have the same outcomes as NAS and SPX last week, right? US30 was dumping before NAS and SPX, right? If we look at these dates here, this is the beginning of April. We can see, as far as how last week went, we can see a clear difference in the bearish momentum, right? We can see a clear difference. So with NAS, we're still going to look for sells. If NAS can break below 1740, we can look for sells going down to 16,890 and then possibly 16,740. And then with SPX, if it continues on pace of the push down it's making, if it can continue to hold 5,000 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 49.75. And if we can hold 49.75, 49.70 as resistance, we can see continued sales going down to 49.50 and a possible 49.25. That's what SPX look like. But again, we're nice and bearish. I got a video dropping going over reversals and stuff. It was a clear reversal to the downside, which is what we caught with NAS, as well as a couple charts, which we're also catching with GA and GN, because prior to GA and GN, it was nice and bullish. Price failed to break this resistance level twice. Right, was catching these buys, as you can see. Price reversed. Continue to hold low support, try to push back up, which is why we cut that buy last week. Broke this level, but failed to hold this level as support, which we saw caused the reversal, which is why we're looking for sells now. All right, same thing with GA. It was bullish, but in this case, it was consolidating for like 2-3 months. Reversed. We caught this reversal right here. We'll see here, which is the same exact level we're looking for sells on today at. Right, we caught sells here. But this is the furthest price went before it reversed back up. Just like with GN, failed to hold these low support, which caused price to reject and reverse back down. So got a few more levels to break before us to be in the downtrend, which we went over in the Sunday chart analysis. So make sure to check that out. But let me let the members know that GN just hit the bottom of the zone. So give me 1 second. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Instagram is playmaker_away. TikTok's _playmakeraway_. Hit the bottom. Not mistaken. Pretty sure you just hit the middle. Yeah, yeah, these would have been nice positions, but I was just a little late to the party. And those that know me, I do not like to chase trades. I'd much rather miss out on a few pips and get a good entry versus chase a trade, price retrace, go to the entry point I wanted, thus give me unnecessary drawdown and a terrible risk reward. That's just my mindset behind it. It looks like GJ is about to try to reverse as well. So you might see a lot of reversals going down this week. Again, we do have some news popping off Not today, but later on this week. What just happened? I don't know what the heck. I ain't never seen Forex Factor like that. Let's reload that. What the heck was that? What the heck? Forex Factor got going on. I literally just pulled that up. I don't know what Forex Factor got going on. Let's be reloading. I don't know what that was, y'all. But anyways, we don't have anything going on popping up today, so simply just waiting for confirmations and volume to kick in. But tomorrow we have a lot of Euro news. We have GBP news as well. We do got a few holidays. Again, I went over this in the Sunday chart analysis, so make sure to check that out. First link in the description. So we got a new 15 about to pop up, as well as a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. So again, we have a lot of charts. Again, not a coincidence. We got GU hitting a new key price level. We got GJ just breaking a key price level. As we can see, we got, I never took that trade. Let's delete that. This is the GJ trade we took last week. We got GN hitting a key price level. And we also got GA01. So this is what I mean by price moves the same. Now, again, this case, they're all pushing down. We don't see this happen all the time. Like last week or a couple weeks ago, last month, we didn't see that. But for the most part, that's why I mean they all have similar behaviors. Now, in this case, it's really obvious to see because they're all kind of reversing at the same time, but we don't really see this happen every single week, but we do see these similarities happen a lot of times. Members, you know this for a fact. If you be tuning into those New York lives we be having behind the scenes, or if you watch recordings, we see this happen and take place all the time during news and all that good stuff as well. So again, we see all these hit the levels. So we're about to see if they can break and hold these levels, or they're going to reject. Right now we see them rejecting. But let's see what happens this next, this next 15. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. That's good to hear. You said to learn how to micro zones design your course. Yeah, in the course, I teach you everything from the beginning. Because the course isn't just a trading strategy, it teaches you how to read the charts, right? So again, you watch my trade breakdowns, the live streams like right now, the Sunday chart analysis, you'll notice that all the explanations or projections are based on market structure and the charts. Right? No indicators, no trend lines, none of that. Simply just market structure, reading the charts and candlestick. So in the course, I teach you how to do that because when you understand how to read the charts, a lot of the stress and the issues you deal with trading immediately get negated and thrown out the window. Because again, a lot of stress comes from if you hear people talk about trading psychology, emotions while trading, all this other stuff. It comes from not understanding what's happening on the charts, not having the trading plan, over leveraging, and a few other things, of course. But the main thing is not understanding how to read the charts, not having a trading plan, and over leveraging. So I teach you literally step by step how to read the charts so you're never confused what's happening. Because again, you should always understand, especially when you're looking to take a trade, what's happening and what's taking place, especially while you're in a trade. What I've noticed with a lot of people that I've done one-on-one sessions with, or mentorships with, and even what this was my hurdle I had to hop over when I was learning how to trade was, I knew a bunch of strategies. I went through a bunch of different things, but what I noticed with all these strategies, it told me just when to enter a trade, maybe sometimes when to exit, but it never explained to me why, or it never helps me understand what was taking place as I'm heading to point A to point B. You hear what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people get messed up. And even some people when they take my signals, like I can tell you when to enter a trade, but if you do not have the fundamentals, understanding of what's going on the charts, you're going to be confused. You're not going to know what a retracement is. You're not going to know when to hold a trade, when to let a trade go, when what's a good looking setup, what's not a good setup, confirmations, all that good stuff. So I teach you step by step how to read the charts. I teach you how to mark up the zones, the levels. I teach you my trading strategy. I teach you how to scale your account, how to grow your account. There's my buy and sell limit strategy. I teach you how to trade news. There's a few other things I go over in there as well, and then on top of that, you literally get your lifetime education when you get the course. So when you purchase a course, you get your own separate channel. Of course, you get access to the student member group chat as well for life. You get your own separate channel that you are in for life, and in that channel, you get daily chart analysis. You get daily New York price watch list where I update y'all every day on trades I took, setups I'm looking for going into New York, literally every single day, as well as get access to the New York lives with the other members and students as well. So literally, not only do I teach you how to read the charts, which again, if you watch my videos on crypto, or sometimes people ask me, look up some stocks or futures. Again, you see the same thing. Like all the charts work the same exact way. So I teach you that, and literally you just get education for life. Because, like I said, it's just a one-time payment, and then you get literally daily chart analysis. You get access to all the live streams and all that good stuff. So it's definitely a good return on your investment because it's not even expensive either compared to other people's courses. So we got this retest going on with GA right here. Let's see what GN is looking like. GN is doing a similar move here as well. We literally see all the GBP pairs doing the same thing. Now, again, we don't usually see this happen, but this is one of the days where we're going to see, obviously, all these GBP pairs doing damn near the same thing as far as the past 30 minutes. So, again, let's just to show you again, if y'all can't tell by these zones, how there's no coincidences in the market. So once you understand there's no coincidences in the market, and it's not like how you see online where people make it seem like, the markets are against you, or it's like it's just hard to predict or assume what's going on. That's thrown out the window off rip just looking at my chart right here. Because again, we see time and time again price react the same way over and over again to these levels. And then again, you watch the Sunday chart analysis. Damn near every week, I'm able to project the majority of the charts going as projected the entire week. And it's simply by understanding how to read the charts. Rules to the market, because there are little rules and script to the market. And members, again, we see this happen when behind the scenes when we go live during those New York lives. So if you have not watched last week's, or if you just joined, you ever watched any of the New York lives, I highly recommend to do that. But yeah, we got retracements going on and retests. So we're just gonna let price do his thing right here. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we can charts, drop them in the chat. What else we got up in here? How does the strategy perform in New York? I trade futures, watch most of your videos, just never up during London session. Thanks. Also, it works through all sessions. And I can show you this right here. I can show you what I show you works. If the markets are open, your confirmations are met, you enter a trade. It's that simple. You trade all sessions with the members behind the scenes. So I'm literally going to show you trades taken during Tokyo, London, and New York session. So this was a trade we took pre-New York, 6:01 a.m., a few hours before New York session. All TPs got hit. This was last week. This was a trade we took London session. All TPs got hit. This was last week as well. And then this trade we took during London session. All TPs got hit. And then on Friday, we took this trade in New York session. All TPs got hit. So it works through all sessions. So I think 2 weeks ago or something, we took a Tokyo session trade. So we try to find that Tokyo session trade really quick. We took with that Tokyo session as well a couple weeks ago. Well, it works on all sessions. It works on crypto, futures, stocks, indices, metals, forex pairs, obviously. But it works on all sessions. If it has a charts and candlesticks, you can use what I'm teaching. This was another New York session trade right here. I'm trying to find a Tokyo one because I know we took one like a week or two ago. I'm trying to find that. Here's one. So we took this during Tokyo session. You can see all TPs got hit. So it works through all sessions. It works through all sessions. And I just made a video on, if you check my Instagram out, literally it's either my second or my most recent post. Let me double check before you head to it. Instagram, scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I also have this posted on TikTok as well. Let me see what post it was though. I think it was, yeah, if you go to my most recent post, that's screenshot with the green screen. That was one of the students. He passed 3 futures prop firms using the strategy I teach. And if you look at my recaps of the day, I don't call any future trades. But he took what he learned from, trading, Forex and indices and just applied it to futures. And he passed 350K accounts on his own just by replicating and repeating what we do with Forex and indices and just doing it with futures. All right, so that's retesting. Just retrace what's going on. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. Again, it's Monday. We had some decent volume in the past couple hours. I want to see if that's going to continue going into New York. We're just going to have to wait and see if it does. Let's see what else we got up in here. No, it is not. The signals is a completely different thing. The course is one thing. Advanced play signaling is separate. Only thing that comes with signals is the one-on-one sessions. The course is the course. If you watch any of my YouTube videos, literally all my YouTube videos, the last 3 minutes goes over in detail what all my services entail, the details, and all that good stuff. So if y'all watch my videos, y'all watch to the end, which y'all should be. Literally all my videos, the last 2-3 minutes goes over all my details. But yeah, I just wonder what the course entails. If you was late to the party, rewind about 5-10 minutes. But the course is just the course. It doesn't come with signals. Like I said, it comes with a daily New York price watch list, the chart analysis. You get access to the student member group chat as well as the New York live streams. But it does not come with signals. Yeah, so we have retracements going on right now. But again, this is why we trade off these levels, because not only do we understand how price works and how price moves, but then we also have a cheat code behind the scenes, because these levels also help us anticipate when we're going to see the next possible rejection or retracement. So not only do we understand how price moves, but we also are prepared and anticipate the next possible rejections or retracements, which is why we have these levels marked up. Right? Because again, a lot of times people get shocked or blindsided about rejections, retracements, this, that, and the third. But you literally are prepared for everything, right? We're literally not chasing trades, we're waiting for price to come to our levels. And then when we take trades, we're understanding what's going to happen potentially hits the next level, right? And members, that's exactly why when we hit these levels, I let y'all know, just like I just let y'all know when we hit these levels. Because again, the price says this level is either going to reject or break through. In this case, it's rejecting and retracing, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be able to break through, right? Because here we saw price reject this level, but eventually come through. Now, is it always going to reject this high before it breaks through? No, we don't see that happen all the time necessarily, but we do see that happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Still got about an hour for this. You know, so we want to see it push at least one more day for the next retracement. We're just going to have to wait and see if it's going to do that. My bad, y'all. I'm looking at my other screen. Yeah, I think we're tracing all the way back to where we started at. Yeah, this is the lowest price it went. Had this nice drop down, failed to hold this low as resistance, push back up, respected this low as resistance, drop down, literally tapped the same level, push back up. So again, for price to continue this trend to the downside or this reversal, it's going to need to break this low. If we look here, this is the lowest price went last time. So again, we saw price push up, reject, come down here, failed to break this level and treat as resistance. Like we see here, we tried to go for a sell a few weeks ago on the same level. As we can see, had this nice sell. We tried to go for another sell here. Price was omitted. I think we only hit like TP1 that day or something like that. This caused price to reverse back up. After price broke these levels, we went back into the buy territory because again, prior to this choppiness, it was catching all these buys to the upside. And then we see here, price failed to again try to hold this level as a support, which caused a reversal down. Nice drop to the downside. So again, price has been real funky lately since the year started. There's been some nice moves, but we've been seeing a lot of consecutive weeks. Price just stuck in place. Right, we were seeing this happen a lot, especially with the currency pairs, but we see them with the indices as well. But GJ is one of those examples where it's just been just a crazy, just stuck in a box, struggling to move. Right, versus before this year started, it was very smooth, breaking levels pretty easily, clean pivots to the upside, downside. So with volume, it makes this a lot easier. So we're going to need some volume to break this level or hold it from support resistance for the downtrend to come into play because we are still in reversal territory. But we'll also see what this new hour and 15 is looking like and talking about. Let's see what else we can do here. All right. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we can any charts, drop in the chat. I got a new it's not dropping today. I got another video lined up for today. But I saw people asking about a Bitcoin update. I am dropping a Bitcoin update this week. It's probably going to be on Wednesday. But if you watch my previous one, nothing's really changed from the now. So I'm just going to give a more up to date one. But the levels haven't really gotten broken or changed from what was talked about in my previous video. So until later on this week when I drop that new one, just refer to what's already doing what I was talking about in the other video. So I might change my whole schedule up or my whole scheduled post and post this Bitcoin one today, but maybe. It's already doing what I was talking about in that video already. So I might drop that today instead. Because Bitcoin's going crazy right now. Again, I talked about this in the other video. Again, a lot of this crypto stuff. Like I said, I've been doing this before Forex. I was doing crypto indices. I used to only trade crypto indices and gold. I used to only trade those day trading. That is, like I used to do stocks and stuff. That's a whole other conversation. But day trading wise, I used to only do crypto indices and gold before I got into Forex. But I'm back into it now. Well, I've been on it, but I'm talking about it more now. Mainly, especially because after, a lot of stuff's happening, new hires are getting made, a lot of actions going on behind the scenes as far as cryptocurrency, the coins go. And again, it's just like why I started to play, but there's a lot of these people just talking. Like a lot of these crypto people, they're just saying shit. Like they're not even saying anything, bro. It's just terrible. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're just talking. Right, so that's why I started talking about stuff because again, all these people, what they say is, oh, it's down 30%, or it's up 20%, or buy the dip. They just say real generic stuff, And I just be looking in the comments, and all these people be confused. These people will be becoming their, what y'all said, quote unquote, liquidity. There are also people that just be talking about stuff because people behind the scenes be paying them to say certain stuff. And I know this for a fact because some people literally admit it. And I also have people come to me wanting me to speak on certain stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to talk about what I'm talking about. Like, they're not going to pay me to talk about something and mess people up. But make sure to watch my videos because, again, I'm helping y'all understand what's happening, but also helping y'all know where's wise places to enter positions, right? Because, again, a lot of times y'all be late to the party because they just be hyping it up and y'all be buying too late. And as soon as price dips, these people be like, oh, I secured my profits. I don't know about y'all. So I want y'all not to be caught in something that happened very similar a few years ago. I think it was like 2021 going into 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was this year. I can't remember. I think it was either this year or it was going into, I think it was either going into 2022 or it was going into 2021. I can't remember. It was one of these rejections. It was one of those commercials. It was one of those Super Bowls. Well, I haven't watched the Super Bowl. I didn't watch this year's Super Bowl last year, so I don't know what they do now with the commercials. But it was that first Super Bowl. I think it was 2022 or 2021, where they had like those 5 crypto commercials, and they was hyping up crypto. That was after Bitcoin made those all-time highs when it broke 60K and all that. And then everybody on TV and all these people was like, "Oh, Bitcoin's going crazy! Y'all need to buy Bitcoin, buy." They had all those QR codes. They was telling everybody to buy Bitcoin, and then what happened? Like literally 2 months later, prices tanked. So everybody that bought when Bitcoin was at the all-time high, they literally lost money. And everybody was like, "Oh, crypto's a scam. F crypto, blah 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 blah." But they don't realize that they just got played and got turned into people's exit or liquidity and all that stuff. So make sure to watch my video because I got to go over specific price points where I'd recommend to look for entries at and exits, short term and long term. And I got an update dropping this week as well, some trade breakdowns and some more trading tip videos. So we got price retracing. We're going to see what this next hour looks like with these charts. We got some decent moves happen before London session. We want to see what happens going into New York session. Again, we don't have any high impact news. Make sure to hit that first link in the description or the free signal for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Went over how we're doing, how we did last week. Let's go over how we're doing so far this month and how we did last month and last quarter and all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and pull that up. If you guys got questions, drop them in the chat. I'm gonna catch them to the chat before we wrap things up. So guys, just fixed World Forward last week. It was an 80% win rate, caught 47,291 pips. The week before that was 6.0, caught 263 pips. That's how we're doing so far. April, and go to April 4th, you're going to see how we're doing so far this year. This is how we did last quarter. So that's January, February, and March. January, we went 20-0, took 0 losses, caught 37,620 pips. February was 17-1, caught 24,403 pips. Then March, we went 16-3, caught 49,783 pips. Ending the quarter 53-4, giving us a 93% win rate with all 3 months combined. We caught a total of 111,806 pips. Click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the year. And then you also see how we ended last year, quarter 4. All that good stuff. All wins and losses are posted. We drop the Sunday chart analysis at the beginning of every week. We do the recap the week at the end of every week, beginning of every week. We do the recap the month at the end, beginning of every month, as well as the recap of the quarter. You can see screenshots of positions, screenshots of signals. You see student results, testimonials, all that good stuff. I also updated the testimonial slide on Instagram because I was doing some things, scheduling some posts. I saw like a lot of my highlights were super not up to date. I looked at that. I had stuff from 2022. I had nothing from last year on there or this year. So now that's up to date. So now you're gonna see student results and testimonials all the way from literally 2 years of results and receipts. You can also see that here in the free Telegram. You click this pin message This is not how much it is costing you. I just kept this pinned message so it's easier for y'all to scroll all the way to when the playbook got created. And you can see we've been doing this thing since the playbook got created, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates, all that good stuff. And you also see how, you know, we've changed and evolved the past 2 years as well. But, you know, we've been doing this for a while now. Let me catch up to this chat really quick. See that, bro. I appreciate that, man. All right, members, y'all in a few hours and drop that New York price watch list for y'all. Again, if y'all joined the stream late, I recommend rewinding it, or if you want the short version, because we took one position, but we didn't take too much. We went over a few good things. But if you want the short version, watch the Sunday chart analysis. First link in the description. Join the free for Telegram. Literally just dropped it. GU ended up going as projected. A few other things are starting to go as projected. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I got a lot of posts lined up for Instagram and TikTok as well as YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Playlists are up to date. Make sure to explore the channel. I got over 60 videos in the playlist going over back to back to back to back to back. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I have a playlist with 60 plus videos going over back to back to back to back trading tips. And that playlist, it basically goes over how to read the charts, trading plan, trading psychology, trading tips, things like that. Then I have another one with 60 videos of back to back to back trade breakdowns, really from start to finish. Trades I took on my own, trades I took live, trades I took called the signal with the members. From start to finish while I took that setup. I got similar setups, and I got a playlist on how to trade news. A couple of those videos go over my rules on how to trade news, as well as I got videos in there breaking down trades I actually took on news days. And then we got the crypto channel that we're slowly adding videos to as well. We're almost at 2,300 subs. We can get that easily this week. And yeah, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow. London session 3 a.m. EST. And I got a video dropping later on today at the beginning of New York. So make sure I have y'all's bells on, y'all's noties on, because I got a video dropping in a few hours.